This is a special treat, guys. That's what this stand means.
I'm just gonna start out with a little song, if that's all right. Thank you. We'll be getting to your hard-hitting questions in a moment. The power of love is a curious thing. Makes a young man weep, makes another man sing. Change your heart to you I love. More than a feeling. Very good. This just saves time in the Q&A. When I'm flying in a plane or I'm on the street, there's a lot of friendly people that I like to meet. They shake my hand but never ask my name, and they start asking questions that are always the same. Hey, what's Michael J. Fox like? He's nice. What's Christopher Lloyd like? Quiet. What's Christopher Lloyd like? He's unusual. Stop asking me the question. I went to the bar mitzvah of my nephew Josh. Now, I'm not Jewish, but I like to nosh. I put on my yarmulke, started to pray, when the rabbi leaned over and I heard him say, hey, was that real manure? No, it wasn't. How was that DeLorean? A piece of garbage. Do those hoverboards really fly? It's a movie. Stop asking me the question. Finished. Can we take your picture? Come on, look mean. Would you call my friend a butthead on his answering machine? No. Questions fill my head. I went to my doctor. My doctor said, hey, what does a key grip do? Set up lights. What does the best boy do? Help the key grip. What does a producer do? I don't know. Stop asking me the question. Do you all hang out together? No, we don't. How's Crispin Glover? I never talked to him. Back to the Future 4, not happening. Stop asking me the question. Hey, who's the nicest famous guy you know? Matt Damon. Who is the biggest jerk? Gary Busey. How much money do you make? More than you do. Stop asking me the question. Thank you. Claire, we'll do your Q&A and everything. It's set, but everyone asks me, is it all right if I stand? Would you mind if I stand?
You can stand, you can sit, whatever you feel comfortable with, Tom.
I'm not just good at that. Stand. You know what reminds me of? I'm not good at that, being that guy. So a lot of questions come to you, and I understand that. People ask, how did I get the role of Biff? So how did you get the role? I was a young actor. I was doing television commercials. I was a guest on many very special episodes of television. I played a football player on a very special Facts of Life. I played a football player on a very special Knight Rider. I played a football player on a very special hot chocolate commercial.
Don't stop.
Okay. I panned out. I played a construction worker in a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. Many people know, my commercial, I introduced biscuits at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'll act it out for you right now. I'm a construction worker having chicken and a beverage, but something's missing.
What's missing?
I don't know what it is, but then the jingle happens. Fresh buttermilk biscuits made from scratch, boink. It was a biscuit, and American culture has never been the same. got an audition for a movie. There's a cachet about movie actors like Christopher Lloyd. There's a cachet, right? An artist like you. Yes.
You go too far.
I auditioned for this movie as just Kentucky Fried Chicken biscuit guy. And I kept getting called back, which is, the crowd thins. And now they're going to lesser and lesser people to see who's going to be playing Biff. And I just hoped that I could play one of Biff's gang members. Because, I wasn't going to get the role of Biff. They'd probably go to big stars like Judge Reinhold or Andrew McCarthy. You had to be alive in the 80s. So I kept getting called back and everything, and then they pair you up with different actors to see who could play Biff, along with George McFly's and everything. So I went to the audition, and they paired me up. They said, Tom, this is Crispin Glover. Why don't you guys go outside and work on the scene, and then you come back and you act the scene. So I went and went to, outside with Crispin by a hedge. All right, let's see a scene. And McFly, what? No, Biff, and he just transforms into George McFly. And I stopped the scene because I thought, boy, I hope I get cast as one of Biff's gang members, but if they don't cast this guy, they're crazy. He's fantastic. But it just so happened that we went together through every process of the audition. It was Tom and Crispin going to this audition and this audition again. And we went all the way through until the last night. They said they want to see you at Universal Studios at 6:30 p.m. for the last audition with Steven Spielberg, the head of the studio, Robert Zemeckis, and everybody. I had tickets to see Bruce Springsteen with my girlfriend. Show started at 7:30. The audition was at 6:30. I was very late. But I went to the audition. I went through the scene. Big walnut table, big conference room. I go through the scene. Hey, McFly, I'm doing this. Robert Zemeckis takes me aside and says, I really want to see you bully him. I want to see you get physical with him. I want to see you commit to this and see where you can take this. Okay? Sometimes you just go for it. Okay. I put him in a headlock. I was dragging him around the office. I lift him up, but in the process of doing all these things, I lose my way in the scene. I forget all the lines. I don't know where I am anymore because I've done physical things and I'm going for it until going for it really fails you. So I have him in the air, pushing him against the ceiling with his jacket. And I totally forget everything in the scene. And instead of improvising or doing something smart, I just kind of put him down and go, okay, that's all. I'm fit, and scene. And they said, Tom, thanks so much for coming. Here. Thank you. Crispin, would you stay? Tom, thanks. I came late to the Bruce Springsteen concert. My girlfriend, the whole crowd, dancing in the dark. I'm in section Q. I just wrecked my whole life. The next morning they called me and said, you got the role as Biff in Back to the Future. So, thank you. And we will now do Q&A because I got to work with an actor I so admire. Just hotness alone. But we got to be in something that everyone has remembered and loved, that everybody can come into a room like this and just celebrate what I was in the movie. And I'm watching, I swear, the first time I saw the movie, I'm watching it going, he's not gonna get in the car! He's not gonna make it! So, really, so at the end of the movie, I'm in it, and I went up to Robert Zemeckis and Chris and these people said, man, That's a great movie, man. I mean, I enjoyed it. We're so glad that you enjoyed it. So let's do it with Claire. Let's bring up Claire again. We'll do a Q&A. We'll have fun. Chris has a lot of great things to say. Sorry.
We see how you are, Tom. Give it up for Tom Wilson!
Please do not rush the stage.
Okay, you guys, you know what to do. Line up in the aisles. We'll try to get through as many people as we can. And you said that so well about the movie, but what do you really think resonates all these years later about the film with everyone here?
What do you think resonates about the film now these years later?
Seriously. Seriously. I guess it's, it's a space travel movie. Everybody loves that. When, everybody has moments when they think, gee, if I could only be back then when this happened or whatever happened. Or if I could only just go into the future and see what the future is. We all have that kind of fantasy one way or another. And it's a family picture. There's Marty and his sister, brother, and his mom and dad, and kind of a normal family with its own little problems. Kind of unique in this instance, but nonetheless. So I think, and then there's the relationship between Doc and Marty, and to me, Doc in a sense represents, I've known 2 or 3 people growing up that just kind of mesmerized me because whoever they were not something I'd ever witnessed before, and they stirred my imagination and made me think into things more deeply and more specifically than I have before. They just were mentors, and Doc was kind of Marty's mentor. Marty's he was this guy in town who, he does all kinds of incredible stuff, and then time travel. And so, and then, I just think it was written really, really well, and all 3 films, and beautifully directed by Robert Zemeckis, cast fabulously, period.
I just think it's amazing. It's amazing to me that with all of the intricacies of the plot, and there are many time travel intricacies, but it's such a simple story. I'm amazed that somebody hadn't done that before that. Basically, one line. What if you had a time machine and went to meet your mom and dad? Mm-hmm. Would you be friends? What are they like? And I think that little thing that is the clothesline that hangs so many intricacies of the time machine, the relationship between Doc and Marty and everything. But really, I think that strikes people. That strikes it like it's a family movie with just human relationships. What was your dad like when he was your age? And Back to the Future was the first. Now, of course, Field of Dreams did it to great success, but that really hit people. Remember that? That movie. And he goes back, and it turns out that this baseball player is his dad, and they end up having a catch. That strikes deep into people's hearts, and I think Back to the Future did the same thing.
Absolutely. Hi, we'll start over here. Hi.
Hi, I'm Megan from Redmond, and my question is for Mr. Lloyd. I was curious how your time on the series Taxi kind of informed your later roles, and if you brought anything from your time in that series, that you learned there into your time Back to the Future.
Did Jim Ignatowski affect the way that you approached roles after Jim Ignatowski? How was I at that? Is that all right?
That's good.
What was the question?
Just kidding. Not really. Reverend Jim was Reverend Jim, and Doc was a entirely different deal. If anything, I kind of avoided parts because I got, offers or a script, and the character would be just kind of a different kind of Reverend Jew. But essentially it's in a kind of drugged out guy and a little bit, whatever.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Emma from Bellevue. Huge fan. My parents banned Back to the Future for like 3 months since I couldn't stop watching it. My question is for Mr. Lloyd. What was your passion when you were younger? Was it always acting, or did you have passions before that?
Yes, you said that you stopped watching Back to the Future for 3 months?
Well, I kept in my house. We didn't have a lot of money, so we went to Blockbuster, and there were like my cousins. And every time everyone had a choice, and every time it was my choice, I always chose Back to the Future. And then my cousins kind of did
Outvoted you?
Yeah, they did a mutiny. They told me I couldn't choose for 3 months.
Okay. What was the question? What? Oh, actually, I grew up in rural Connecticut. There were no parking lots, or it was like woods and fields. I spent a lot of time out in those woods and fields for my adolescence, collecting snakes. And my first thought of a career was to be a herpetologist, who was somebody snake. And, somewhere when I was 12 or 13, 14, a transition happened, and I'm not sure what it influenced. I have some ideas. Your turn. That is so petty.
I'm glad you're not banned from the movie anymore. Thank you.
Well, I have my own apartment now, so.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Garrett from Burbank, California. I introduced myself earlier. I've been a big fan since I was a little tyke. So, question for Mr. Lloyd. If it weren't for Michael getting that horrible disease and you guys were still in your prime, would you have ever considered doing a part 4?
Would you have ever considered a part 4? Back to the Future 4.
Part 4. I know my sense is that everybody involved, Bob Hale, Bob Zemeckis, etc., they felt that was that trilogy was complete in itself. And there's certain wisdom in not trying to stretch it, because you got to come up with an incredible idea that everybody's on the same page about, saying this has got to be made. But regardless of Michael's situation or not, he'd do it. And, but somebody has to come up with a concept that wins everybody over. I don't want all of your ideas right now, but we'll work something out.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jake from Everett, and my question is for Mr. Lloyd. I first just want to thank you for your amazing performance. My brother and me just fell in love with the movie, and it's just shaped our lives and our passions. And so we just love the relationship for Doc and Marty. And my question is just, in your opinion, how do you think Marty and Doc met? Because we don't really truly know.
Anybody?
What do you think?
Guy with the ideas.
I don't know, I feel kind of abashed that I've never really given that serious thought. But it's a good question. How that could be a movie. That's it. That's an interesting thing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
I
that.
don't have an easy answer to that.
I'm giving you something to think about now.
You sort of have. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Carl Everett. I'd like to say thank you both for coming to Seattle for Emmett City Comic Con. My question is for both of you. I know you travel a lot from state to state in the country, and wherever you go, what do you like to do when you like? Is there a certain restaurant or brewery or record store you'd like to go to? Like, I have to go. We're here and wherever, so I'm just curious.
Just breweries. Just breweries. There's a huge brewery in every city. Just get the pitchers ready. I'm coming. I was walking downtown today around these environs, and as there's the canyons of shadow in the morning, and you have light going down parts of it, and it feels like New York, like Chicago, but it was such a glorious morning. I mean, the air was cool and fresh, and there's nothing like air in Seattle coming off the water like that. So I enjoy coming to the city, putting my things down, and immediately taking a grand walk around the area that I'm in, because I always enjoy it. And I can't believe that that's one of the perks of traveling so much. There are certainly things that aren't advantages, but going and visiting the world and being able to just take a walk and have a cup of tea and look at the water is just, it's delightful to me. And booze. Do you like to do anything in the cities when you visit?
Yes, I do. Sometimes, and usually if it's some place that I really wouldn't normally get to, like some European city or or Japan or something like that, I will go for 3 days or so to do the event, and then stay another 3 or 4 days to tour around and see the place.
It's just terrific. I mean, I can't. I'm from a pretty normal family in Pennsylvania. To be like a couple weeks ago, I was in Göteborg, Sweden. Walking through the town in Sweden with cobblestones and everything. I sat at this restaurant and I said, "Well, I want to eat like Swedish people. I mean, what should I have?" And they said, "Well, our fillet of reindeer is delicious." I had fillet of reindeer with a chutney made from onions and lingonberries. That was the strangest, most unbelievably fantastic thing I have ever eaten. It was delightful. But sitting there with the people of the town in the place and getting to have so many experiences like that, it's just, just a wonderful, wonderful part of travel. I love it.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for your question. Hi.
Hi, I'm Gino from Redmond, and my question is for both of you. When did you realize that you were part of a phenomenon that would affect the rest of your life, and how did it affect the rest of your life?
Hey, Chris, the gentleman asked over here. He thought he was watching a Kung Fu movie. This guy was just standing there, but he was talking. And then you realize. I have a question. When did you realize that the movie was, as big as it was, this cultural event?
Back to the Future, yes. It didn't really set in for quite a while, maybe 10 years or so. I mean, it had, in my mind, I just hoped it would have a good opening. opening, and it kept going on. And well, just a second, please. I feel like I really ought to talk some now. Whatever. But I just... and then after a while, I realized that there's sort of a phenomenon, which it is. I mean, it is 30 plus years, right? Since it opened. And I get the same kind of energy from all of you that was there when it first opened. You know, it's like, generations now. You know, there were children who saw the film when it came out in 1985, who have had children who have seen it. It's cyclical. It just, the film doesn't seem to really age in any way that matters. It's not.
And so many people come up over the table. So many people come up with their children. And so, the movie meant so much to me that I've been able to show my kids and DVDs and everything and enjoyed it so much. So it's spectacular. But when did we find out? It's weird because it just kept growing. It kept like a wave. It just, now movies go to DVD very quickly, Blu-ray very quickly. Then it was the movie if it had legs. They say it doesn't have legs because it would stay in the movie theater as long as people are buying tickets for it. Back to the Future stayed in movie theaters for a year. It's just like expect. Well, it will go down, and then we'll have it, and then we'll make it into VHSs, right? It just kept growing and growing and growing. So my experience of the whole Back to the Future thing. Now we're talking 1985, 86, into those years. It's like, oh, Tom, everybody loves it. It's a hit, fantastic. Wow, it's a huge hit. Everyone, wow, great. It's big. It's a classic. The wave gets big. You're like, wrong. It becomes just a gigantic thing around the world that, I got off the plane in Hong Kong, and a man pulling a rickshaw with a hat in Hong Kong stops the rickshaw and just, I did some Back to the Future. Everywhere. So it's just amazing.
It is amazing. Thank you for your question. Thank you so much.
Apropos what we've been talking about, I was talking about before I was interrupted.
Keep talking.
Some weeks before it opened, Back to the Future 1 before it opened, I don't remember whether you were there, but many of us went up to do an all-night tape for a promo or something like that. And Huey Lewis and his band was there playing the music. And as I say, this is before the film opened, and it was all night. We were there all night, and at one point, it would work all night. Asked, Will already listened to. Is this thing really was it going to go anywhere? And I'm serious. It's perfect. Is there a future in the future?
But that first cast crew screening, though, Mark McClure tells the story. Mark McClure, who played Dave McFly, one of my friends. And it was different. The first night, he presented at the Academy of Motion Pictures screening room with big 20-foot tall Oscars and everything, and it's a very industry crowd. And they're very, very good movie. I would have done better than that. I'm sure it did. But the whole industry came to that first night. And usually, people stick around for a little bit, applaud the movie at the end. Well, there was an ovation for the movie. Like the movie stops, the car goes in, and the crowd, an industry crowd, went crazy. They just went they were applauding and like a standing ovation, and the credits are rolling, and they kept applauding. And the curtains closed, and the entire audience was kind of standing in place, just like, that was a great movie experience. This thing was fantastic. Which was different. I was young then, but it was different than any industry screening that I had been to. So very early on, it was the sense that this thing is really good, but not the sense that, and it will go everywhere around the world and everyone will see it.
Yeah.
For 35 years.
Yeah.
Crispin and I went to dinner a couple of weeks after the movie was released. Crispin and I just go to a deli, have some soup together, whatever. And we're standing there waiting for a table of canters, me and the guy who played George McFly, and we didn't even realize the whole restaurant's talking about us. The whole restaurant stops and stares at us. And we didn't know why. I was checking my fly. What is going on? Everyone was just staring. And we thought, do you think they saw the movie maybe? Is it about the movie? I don't know. And yes, everyone had seen the movie. So it was quite different for us.
Absolutely. Hi.
Hi, Jason Lloyd from Mobile, Washington, and my son. Hi, our first question is for Tom Wilson. Your character Biff Tannen, was he based off of a bully you dealt with when you were in high school?
Yes. I had asthma, many problems when I was in school, and I was absent from school a lot. I was in the hospital a lot. When I came back to school, I was very, very sick. I was rail thin, small, and a very sickly kid, and I was treated quite badly by bullies, a lot. So when I first, I'm joking, I was the kid in 11th grade, everyone else stays small, and my genes just kick in. My dad was really big, and what's happening, Mom? I don't know what this is. I'm big now. I'm big! They will pay! So, I don't know how to use this thing yet, but once I get coordination, you're gonna pay. So I was very sick, and I had played jocks. I played as I joke around with construction workers and football players because I'm a big guy, but I hadn't played a bully like that. So I was just doing an impression of the things that I saw, and there are funny